Yeah, y'all gonna stop coming in my live talking about this Victor dude, bro. We hooping this year. Y'all gonna see.
Hi team, today we're going to talk a little bit about Dylan Harper. We're actually going to tune into his post-game interview after his first preseason game. But before we do that, I want to take a look at this tweet I dropped today saying, look how fast the Spurs got serious talent around Wemby while not having to sell their future. Still one of the best front offices in the game. And as you can see, it kind of blew up. People are actually in the comments section losing their mind about this. Now, me personally, I didn't think this was such a crazy take to have. If you ask the people on X, apparently it is. And what people are saying is that the Spurs are just too lucky to be considered one of the best front offices. But I still have yet to see someone say something that's actually factual or has some substance to it on why the Spurs aren't one of the top front offices. And as of people saying the Spurs are too lucky, I will admit the Spurs did have quite a bit of luck in this rebuild. Getting Victor Wembanyama itself was probably a once-in-a-lifetime type of pull coming from the lottery. But I will ask this question. What rebuild doesn't take some sort of luck? What type of championship, anything in the NBA really requires luck? And so for them to just say, no, they're too lucky to be one of the best front offices or this and that, I think they're just oversimplifying it a little bit. There are incompetent organizations like the Chicago Bulls, and if it was so easy, I don't see why the Bulls have been where they've been at for so long. People even saying the Spurs getting top picks like it's just some unprecedented situation we've never seen before. Take a look at this. It's super hard to build around 3 top 4 draft picks in a row. But look at the 76ers. So for everyone to just say, oh, this is so rigged, like just yapping on about whatever, just doing their best to discredit the Spurs. And like I said, I will not deny that there was luck that goes into this rebuild, but luck goes into the NBA every single time. Every franchise needs luck, and it just so happens to be that the Spurs have a lot of it. So to the franchises out there who they don't jump up in the lottery, I will tell them, get their motion up. Maybe call Adam Silver. I stand on it. Spurs are still one of the best front offices in the game, and I just can't see a reason why they aren't. But with that being said, let's talk a little bit about Dylan Harper. Taking a look at Dylan Harper's stat line, though, he had 9 points, 4 for 6, 3 assists with no turnovers in 18 minutes. That's something I'm really impressed with. The fact that Stephon Castle is a good off-ball player, Dylan Harper showed that he can move without the ball. He will have to build on that. But nonetheless, this caption right here, Dylan Harper looks like he belongs, is exactly right. I knew he was going to be good. Obviously, he's the number 2 pick. But I didn't know how he would look on the court because we just haven't seen it yet. But now that we got a little taste, we've got to see him in action a little bit. He's going to be so good, man. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into his post-game interview. Let's see what you got for us, Mr. Harper.
Going.
It's going good. Got a good win.
Did you enjoy yourself out there, just kind of getting some run? And
Definitely did. I mean, just being back on the floor with them guys, just getting the chemistry going before the season actually starts. It just felt good to play again. Just getting up and down, just trying to get a feel back for the game.
did you have any sort of emotions before the game, during the anthem or anything like that?
No, besides nervous, no. I mean, just a little nervous, the little jitters before every game, but I was ready to go.
This morning you talked about defense, how important it's going to be. You were ball hawking full court early in this game. Just talk about the defense.
Just, I think, setting the tone early that we're going to be a defensive team, just the presence that we have on defense, I think, from the personnel to everyone on the floor, I think we could be a really good defensive team. So just trying to set the tone for everyone by picking on full court.
That is something I forgot to mention. His defense looked really good out there. I don't know if that's an underrated part of his game because I didn't pay too much attention to his defense coming out of the draft. That might be on me. But he was moving his feet. He was picking up full court, handsy, being able to get in passing lanes and be a disruptor. If he's able to keep that defensive intensity throughout the season, it's going to be very hard to keep him off the floor. On top of all the offensive skills that he already has, the court vision was impressive. The off-ball movement, like I said, all the stuff I mentioned before, on top of his defense being there, that's just the cherry on top. And he's going to be so elite if he can keep that defensive intensity.
You talked about at media day, like defense is a non-negotiable for everybody. And you've been obviously a big offensive star your whole life, and that's kind of mostly what's asked of you before you get to the NBA level. So just how much has defense dominated the discussion?
I mean, defense is how you win games, championships. I mean, I think the best teams play defense, whether it's OKC, Indiana, 2 teams that are in the finals. One thing in common about both teams that they're gonna play defense every night. They're gonna be aggressive, physical, and all 5 are gonna guard from the star player to the role player. So I mean, just having that mindset and just wanting to be better.
How'd you like the lob you threw to Vic?
I should have threw it higher. I think I should have threw it a lot higher.
Is that what you told him?
Yeah, I said I should have threw it higher because it's weird. Like, ain't no one ever played with someone that tall. So I mean, when you get out there, you throw it up. You think you threw it too high, but then he catches it, and you're like, it's a little too low. So I mean, just adapting to that. But yeah.
Yeah, every new.
That lob was very impressive. It got me so hyped. I got a little bit scared because Kevin Love kind of undercut him a little bit. I don't know if it was a dirty play. I don't think Kevin Love is a dirty player. But he definitely should have let him just get that lob. There was no way he's going to stop him. Like, you're behind the 7'5" alien. Just let him get the lob, man. Especially it being preseason. Like, come on, don't risk no injury. Very dangerous play, but I think that lob was so impressive, and it got me hype. I just had to stand up and get all hype. But yeah, we're going to see a lot more of that in the regular season and hopefully playoffs.
Player that shows up, it's the same thing.
Nah, that's crazy.
You get in a rhythm, like you're coming over a screen, you throw a cross-court pass, you kind of have like a rhythm of like you know where it's generally going. But when you throw it to him, it's like a totally different
Nah, yeah, when you throw it to him, it's like you kind of gotta like flip your brain. Like usually, like if you go throw it to someone else, like I had to drop off to Luke, like that was right in his pocket. If I would throw it to Vic, it would hit his chest. So I mean, just little things like that. Just you gotta get it. Just throw it where no one else can get it but him.
Well, you talked about maybe being, a little pregame jitters, but once you got out there, you seemed pretty confident. No hesitation on your shots or your passes. Like, once you got on the court, that all the jitters and everything sort of go away right away.
Yeah, definitely. I think just trusting in my work and my ability. I think my teammates do a great job of kind of empowering me. And they're gonna let me. They're gonna let me know when I do wrong. But ultimately, they're here to help me out, and I'm here to help them out. So just having that confidence behind me, I think, is very helpful.
Do you want to get back out there late in the game when
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who don't want to get out there in a close game trying to win the game?
And David Jones-Garcia came up clutch at the end. If you watch the whole game, it was a pretty cool game, even though it was preseason. And I will say this, I don't know if it's just me, if I'm in over my head, but I think this Spurs team is so deep. I understand it's preseason and like these games don't mean anything. It could look completely different in the regular season. But the way the team looks right now, the energy they're playing with, they're going to have to maintain it. But they don't even have Sohan, Steph Castle, De'Aaron Fox out there. Imagine when all these guys come back. This team is very, very deep. They could very well be a playoff team. So I don't know if I'm too high on the Spurs or everyone else is just too low, but I stand on my prediction. I think the Spurs are going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a really good team, and no one's really going to want to see them in the first round. I guarantee it. So let me know what y'all guys think. What did y'all think of Dylan Harper? What do y'all think of the Spurs in general? Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and go follow me on X if you want to. Until next time, it has been your boy Chris, and I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.